All right, Total Trucker, M.A.S. movies and shows. So let me go ahead and give you guys just an update. Um, I am going to stop this channel. Okay. Um, when I first started this channel, I was doing a lot more. I was doing a lot more, and it was fun, and I had a great time. It was a blast. But 2025 actually, even though I was doing a couple of cool things here and there, it actually seemed a little bit more like a job. I was just kind of doing it just to do it. And one thing that I never wanted to do was just review movies or shows. That's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to just start reviewing movies and that was all the channel was going to be about. So when I started the channel, there was other things that I was actually doing. I was doing the Let's Fight and all that stuff. And that stuff was fun and it was cool, but it was time consuming. And as I picked up more work and I'm out on the road a little bit more and I'm trucking it more, that stuff just kind of took a back seat. And I just never really found the motivation to do it anymore. So what I started doing was just reviewing movies, something that I told myself I don't want this channel to become just me reviewing movies. And that's really what it just became. So out of all my channels, I have other channels to tend to. I figured, what is a channel that I can kind of just bring to my main channel, right? And it's this one. It's this one right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is really just whatever I was doing here, I'm just gonna go do it on my main channel, which actually has really nothing to do about movies or shows, but at least that channel is open. It's not subject oriented where it's like it's gonna completely knock it off its track because that channel is on a certain track on one subject, because it's not. That channel is completely wide open. So I can go ahead and get this and start doing it over there as much or as little as I want. And that was one of the problems here, is that for a while I just kind of wanted to stop. I was just kind of like, I'd watch a movie and I would think to myself, I don't really want to do a review on this movie. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't care to do anything for this movie. And but then I thought to myself, like, well, no, it's still content, still do a review and still talk about it. And I would be pushing and forcing myself to do it. Now, I made this decision back in 2025. So I knew coming into the new year, I knew I was going to do this. All the content that you have seen drop this year is actually just extra content that I had recorded in 2025. So this is going to be it. I'm going to leave the channel up just to have this YouTube channel around. Who knows what happens down the line? Got no idea. Will I post on this channel again? I don't know. As it stands right now, I have no desire to do so. I will just take it all to my main channel, and then I have three other channels on top of that. Well, two other channels on top of it. The third channel, I'm not actually the main person on that channel. They just have me on there. But yeah, I spread myself a little bit thin. And once work picked up and trucking it picked up a lot more, I could probably still do content, but the quality just was getting bad and bad. And the ideas of when I first started the channel, it just kind of faded away. And I just kind of thought to myself, you know what? I'm actually not motivated, and I'm not even sure I really want to do it anymore. And that was one thing to me, is that whenever YouTube ever seems like a job or a duty, I'm done. I'm done. And this started seeming a little bit more like a job or a duty to me because I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. Now, I do want to say this. I was never one that was into, super deep into all the details. I never cared about directors. I never cared about who's the executive producer. I never cared about the Golden Globes or the Academy Awards. I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about who wins award for best supporting actor. I couldn't care any less. All I really cared about, and I've said it numerous of times on this channel, all I really care about is the movie good. That is it. I don't care who was the director, who was the writer. None of that stuff. I never cared about that stuff, and I still don't care about that stuff. I just care about, hey, is the movie good? That's just about it. I love watching movies. I love storytelling. I love watching shows and new series, and yeah, I love watching all that stuff. I couldn't care who wrote it, who directed it. I that stuff I really don't care. But I really do sit down. I really do get into the stories. I really do feel the movie if it moves me. And then there's other movies that are just completely horrible. But it really moves me. And, during my free time, whenever I have free time, I'll just go ahead and just start looking around for a movie to watch. I mean, I love watching movies. I do. I just don't care about all those other details that so many other people care about. And on this channel, I went ahead and started following so many other YouTubers, and I started thinking to myself, like, wow, I'm nowhere on their level at all. I mean, they are like deep into that. All I'm deep into is the story that's on the screen. That is it. That's all I care about. So, again, will I ever post on this channel ever again? I, you know, I don't want to say no. I don't want to say no, but I will say this. I don't see myself posting much this year. Maybe I could put maybe some community post of some old school movies and things of that nature. I maybe so, but it started just seeming a little bit more like a job. Seeming like I have to do something to put content out. And I'm sure people realized that I wasn't really that into it anymore because I wasn't even really caring. At some point I was just, you know what? Let me just talk just to put content out, and that was it. And that was probably really like most of 2025, at least the second half of 2025, where I was just kind of like, I don't know, man, I'm just not digging it anymore. So I'm not gonna shut the channel down because I do want to keep the YouTube channel just in case, like I said, you never know what happens on YouTube. If my main channel happens to shut down, then I'm definitely coming to this channel because all my other channels are subject oriented, just like this one is. This channel just happens to be about movies and shows. I have the boxing show, the wrestling show, the foot. I'm sorry, the boxing channel, the wrestling channel, the football channel, which is again, I'm just a part of that football channel. That's not my. I'm not the main person on that channel. And then I have my main channel where there is no subject. That's where I'm taking this content and going over there with it whenever I feel like doing it. But I do want to keep this channel up just in case my main channel, for whatever reason, gets blocked or shut down, or who knows what YouTube can do in the future. I know I can come back here and talk some movies and shows if I feel the need to do so. And it can be years, who knows. But nonetheless, I know a lot of people had dropped off of this channel. Like I said, I wasn't even really trying anymore. I get it. I was just doing it just to put content out. I wasn't having any fun anymore. I know a lot of people just stop, which is fine. When somebody's not trying, you shouldn't try either. So, I'm not mad at it. I wasn't trying anymore. I wasn't doing the let's fight stuff. I wasn't doing anything anymore, and that was it. I just wanted to ride out the year and realized that I had a lot of extra content to put out there. So I said, well, let's ride out the first month of 2026, and that's going to be it. So the last video you guys are going to see is the final Blast of the Past. And that will be it. If you guys are only interested in me reviewing movies, which I don't know why you guys would be, I don't really do a good job of it, nor am I really going to be doing that. But if you guys are interested in any of that, some of you guys may be saying, like, hey, well, where are you going to go do that at? My main channel is really not about that. So you're really not going to find it over there. I'm just saying, if ever I feel the need to do it one day, that's where I'm going to do it. But reality, if all you're into is just movies and shows and everything, that's really not going to be the channel for you. But the channel is called Cholo Trucker. Nonetheless, when it was fun, it was fun. When it was fun, it was fun. And then at some point, it just became a burden. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to tap up out of here. For the few that stuck around to watch, I appreciate it. You know, for the ones that decided to, hey, you know what, this guy's not trying, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's fine. I didn't try. I stopped trying because I stopped having fun. But with that, hey, you guys be good. Thank you. I appreciate it. And like I said, who knows? Maybe one day I'll come back and do something on this channel. I'll probably drop a few community posts here and there. That might be just about it. That might be just about it. We'll see. But as long as 2026, as far as 2026 goes, I don't really see myself doing much on here. If ever. I don't know. I'll see. With all that being said, you guys be good. Thank you very much. And there's many other channels out there. Many other channels. Much better than this one. That can do a better job in entertaining you guys with movies and shows. You guys be good. Take care.